Welcome to the Spotlight segment. This is a segment dedicated to interviews with developers or interesting happenings in the world of Android. And now for this week's episode, here's your Spotlight.
For our Spotlight section, I'm delighted to say again, we are joined by Patrick Long, CEO and co-founder of InnoSearch AI. Patrick, how are you? It's been 8 to 9 months since we last spoke, I think.
Yeah, I know it's been quite a while, and I told you guys all I be back once the Android app is out. So now it is, and here I am.
Yeah, and I think a lot else has happened in the intervening months. The world moves quickly when it comes to AI, unless, of course, you're a JAWS Home Annual user, in which case it doesn't, because you get 0 requests for the Page Explorer feature, so enjoy those. But before we get onto the app, you've had some other new stuff, haven't you? Don't US people get takeout now on InnoSearch AI, I think?
Yeah, there's quite a few things. Now you can book flights, you can order food and groceries in all 50 states within the United States. We also have a voice AI shopping line, 1-855 Shop GPT. Been really doing a lot, also working very closely with a lot of businesses as well. Recently, we've been rolling out that accessibility layer AI that we use on InnoSearch, but also now sharing the technology with various nonprofits, government agencies, their businesses, e-commerce, just really a lot. And we also allow now anyone to list items on InnoSearch. So you can also create a storefront on InnoSearch. So for those that are a little more entrepreneurial, you can have your own store on InnoSearch, and you'll have all the great features, all the great AI enhancements, and also potentially get access to a new audience, right? So really a lot. And again, I'm happy to dive deeper into any one of those if you guys want.
Great. And the other thing, Patrick, I know certainly in the UK, there's a UK phone number now as well, which is great. I can't offhand remember it, but if you if listeners are interested in that in the UK, you can certainly go find that on the app, which we'll get to in a minute, or the website, I think. So that's really good.
Yeah, the phone line is in the UK. You're 100% right. We also have the phone line in Australia. We also have the phone line in Canada. Of course, in the US, that's where I'm from. But yeah, the phone line is there. You can dial it. It's 24/7. It has access to the entire catalog based on your local country, right? And then it can do everything from the product discovery to asking questions about the product, to the checkout, payment, and then ultimately the shipping. And it's all tied to your phone number, right? So you don't actually have to create another account or do any of that. You just dial. The phone number is basically your quote unquote login. And yeah, it's very smooth and simple. If you guys want, I'm happy to demo it a little bit as well. Yeah, if it fits this podcast.
And payments are secure, presumably on the phone, are they? That's not something anyone needs to worry about.
Yeah. So how it works, and I'll show you if we have some time. But it basically connects to Stripe, right? So it's a complete third party. We don't do any of that on the InnoSearch side. Stripe is the one that will process the transaction. And again, they're one of the largest payment providers worldwide with over $1 trillion of transaction volume each and every year. And so they use the latest and greatest technology to make sure, the payment is safe. So I wouldn't be too worried. We also don't store any of that when you process it using the phone. So each time, unfortunately, when you call, you will have to enter that payment information, but we do that for security reasons, right? We don't want anyone picking up your phone and dialing and just ordering like something crazy like a TV, right? We definitely wouldn't want that. So you'll have to re-enter it each and every time, but that's again only when you shop by phone.
Excellent. And one other thing you mentioned I was interested in, you talked about an accessibility layer. Can you remind or tell us what that is?
Yeah, so InnoSearch operates as an accessibility layer, right? So we're not the end retailer, rather we're the technology, if you will, that sits between you as the consumer and the business. So we make it very simple and easy for you to access key information that you need when you're completing the shopping task, right? Or when you're trying to do checkout, we're that technology layer that makes it super accessible and super usable, right? We're calling that technology now co-browse, right? And we can also bring it to business, bring it to nonprofits. It's just a one single line of code that you could add to your website. And then now you would have all the functionality of co-browse, and that could help you basically navigate the website. It makes your website talk, right? It gives it a brain, if you will. So it can search for items for you. It can move your mouse and click on the things that you need, right? Any inaccessible elements that's not navigatable using your screen reader, you can call on co-browse to assist you. It's like having a buddy sitting next to you as you're browsing the web page, right? It can help you out and basically be your eyes, if you will, and find things that might be inaccessible.
And am I right in thinking that needs to be instigated by the website owner rather than the end user, or is there anything the end user can do?
That's correct. So right now it's for primarily the business. However, we are working on actually a workplace version that could be installed onto your browser in the form of a plugin, right? So we're thinking this can also have, help for people that need a productivity lift, right, as they're working, right? Let's say they're going through training at work, right? It could be inaccessible. So this could be another tool, right, to help, the blind and low vision really, get access to more job opportunities even, right? So we are really thinking outside the box where we can take this technology, because we very much believe that the potential is huge. The phone line has been a massive success. A lot of people have loved it. And we're just trying to see where else we can take this. Potentially, I think even it can help people apply for jobs, right? Like, I mean, shopping, I feel, is one of the most complex things. There's literally billions of products. The AI has to sift through and find the best one for you. But I mean, a job board, I mean, how many listings are there, right? I think that could be another great deployment and really make that job application process easy, right, for people, that are blind and low vision.
Yeah, definitely. And obviously employment's a big issue in the blindness community, where rates are very low. So anything that removes barriers to entry to the employment market or to progression, I think, is definitely something to be welcomed.
Yeah, absolutely. Well said.
And I think it's important to point out the way you guys have this set up, this system, because you correct me if I'm wrong. I'm pretty sure I'm right, but you actually have agreements with all these retailers that you're using through InnoSearch. And the reason why that's so important is because Perplexity's been in the news lately. Amazon is very upset with their AI. They're trying to do something similar where they have their browser try to shop for people, and Amazon's very upset about it. So I think it's important to point out that you actually have these, this setup with the retailers for what you guys are doing.
Well, I will say, slight correction. We have some agreements in place, not all, right? Again, there's 500,000 retailers, and it's challenging, obviously, to manage just that many relationships, right? So for some of them, unfortunately, we do not have at the moment. But again, if they want to talk, right, at the end of the day, we are very, very collaborative, right? We have conversations going with Amazon, with Walmart, all the big guys, obviously. But again, for smaller ones, sometimes getting the manpower to manage that many relationships is challenging. But we very much are collaborative. At the end of the day, we just want to build an accessible, equal access experience for all, right? And
that makes sense.
Absolutely, we want to connect and work something out if needed, right? So definitely want to make it happen with everybody.
Now, Patrick, just in case someone is hearing us for the very first time, and I don't know why that would be, but of course we have new people coming in all the time. I know I did a little demonstration of the app last week, but maybe if you could give us a 30-second summary of what InnoSearch is all about, just in case someone is hearing us for the very first time. What is it all about? and just kind of just give it to us in that 30-second snapshot of what InnoSearch is.
Yeah, great. We should have probably started off with that, right?
Well, fine. Yeah, we're assuming that people have been listening, but sometimes you got new people coming in all the time.
Yeah, absolutely. So InnoSearch is really an AI-driven accessibility platform. We have a strong focus on consumers, making it very easy for them to shop and access key digital services online. So, for example, for the blind and low vision, we make it super easy, super simple, super screen reader compatible for you to access over 500,000 retailers, browse over 1 billion products, all in an accessible format. So we remove all the clutter, right? Things like animations, unlabeled buttons. We take all of that out. So when you're navigating, you get a really smooth and seamless experience. So you can do shopping, you can do flight booking, right? So our flight booking service has all domestic, all international carriers. We have integrations with things like Google Flights, Expedia, among many others, to get you the best possible pricing. It's also optimized for people with disabilities, so you can also submit your guide dog information, for example, or request special assistance once you get to the airport. So it's really geared towards that demographic, and we make it super simple and easy. You never have to struggle to look for the customer service number, right? You can just, our team actually takes care of that back and forth for you on the back end. So just make it very simple and easy. And recently, like I mentioned, I think in the beginning of the call, we also added food and grocery delivery in all 50 states. So unfortunately, this is only right now in the United States, but through our partner Grubhub, we're able to give food and grocery delivery in an accessible manner. So when you search for some food or groceries, it's, again, very accessible, very screen reader friendly. You'll find you can see the menus. Some people actually don't even order the food. They just use our service to see what menu their nearby restaurants are. And you can definitely do that. And so it's, yeah, just a really great platform geared towards the blind and low vision. Just make it very accessible and very easy. And there's many other ways of interacting with InnoSearch as well, like co-browse if you're a business, accessible storefront. But first and foremost, we're a consumer platform to help people get access to those key digital services.
Patrick, let's talk about the app. Thanks so much for that little explanation, because as indicated, it could be someone joining us or hearing us for the very first time. And so let's talk about the app itself. And I know we've been talking here prior to you coming in. There's some oddities that we saw, especially there on the top left corner of the app. We have the back button that, is like a bridge to nowhere. For example, whether I'm in the Eat tab and I tap that back, it should take me back to the previous tab or whatever, to the shop tab or whatever, but it doesn't do any of that. And secondly, if I'm on a given tab, for example, let's say I'm in the profile tab, or let's say I'm in the Eat tab. So I should be able to swipe with 2 fingers from the middle of the phone, either swipe left to go to the next tab to the right of that, which should take me there, or swipe from left to right to go to the previous tab. None of that is working. So whoever's working on the app, maybe in the next update, they should try to see if it could be implemented to where people can swipe through the tabs, to change tabs without the need of tabbing on the actual tab at the bottom, and also getting rid of that back button there on the top left corner that goes nowhere. It's just one of the things we were talking about. So we just want to bring that to your attention.
Yeah, first, thank you so much for that. And although this is not an excuse, okay, by any means, but the app hasn't been, quote unquote, officially released. We've been teasing it a bit, and actually we were pressed on a live AMA on Facebook And that's why I said, oh yeah, we do have the app. Technically it's out, but we're still doing a lot of accessibility testing and polishing. So that's why we haven't officially announced it to our mailing list and then like a press release and everything. So yeah, it's sort of quote unquote beta. So
I got it. Yeah, so that
yeah.
makes sense. So it's basically a beta. So actually, for a beta app, I would say it's actually doing well. Then, so we'll be looking forward to these changes. But this is why, Patrick, you should have invited us into that beta earlier on. I'm giving you a bad time here because when we talked with you last time, I said, Patrick, when you're getting ready to do an app for it, be sure to let the crew of blind Android users in for the beta testing. And so you didn't. So now we're giving you a bad time.
Oh, no, it's okay.
You're in it. You're in it right now.
I'm in it. Everybody's in it.
Yeah. So
I wanted that exclusive.
So what's the best way to provide feedback to the developers of the app? Is there a way to do it through the app? Should we send an email to a certain place? What's the best way?
The best way I would say is through support, SUPPORT at InnoSearch, INNO, search, SEARCH.ai, or you can email me directly as well. I'm Patrick, PATRICK at InnoSearch.ai, and we monitor the email 24/7. Every single email gets read and replied to. So just drop us a note. If you have something specific you want to show us, we're also happy to set up some screen share or whatever, so you can sort of show us where exactly it is. But absolutely, we would love feedback, or good or bad, right, from the blind Android users group. I know you guys are really wonderful and really great at that. So any pointers to make it even more accessible, even better, we would love to hear it.
The shopping season is coming up upon us here, Patrick. Soon it'll be Black Friday. Looking forward to Black Friday. John, Amazon. I know you, Amazon King.
It's already Black Friday. Black Friday starts in September now, doesn't it?
Exactly. So I'm kind of looking at that coming on, Patrick. So I know we kind of touched on this a while back, but just as a refresher, what would be the return process in the event that someone uses InnoSearch to buy a product and realizes that maybe the product is not what they wanted or something was wrong with it? How do they go about returning that product using InnoSearch as the platform they bought that product from?
Yeah, it's very simple. And basically, you just can email our support team. Support, SUPPORT at InnoSearch.ai. You can also request a return directly in your InnoSearch account portal. Right? You can go to your orders, navigate to the order that you had placed, and then you can initiate a return there as well. And the return process is exactly the same wherever you purchase from. Our team actually will figure out the exact instructions, obtain a shipping label if that's what they need, like get all the information to you via email and send you the simple instructions on how to return. And we do this actually by design so that the experience is standardized each and every time. You know exactly what to expect, right? The button is the button where it always is. The email is the email where it always is, because we know that every retailer has a different process, right? And that process, I mean, for at least me, I mean, it's very frustrating, right? Because some people, they really like to hide their support email many pages down or through a few menu clicks, and it makes it impossible, right, for us to actually initiate a return. So at InnoSearch, we standardize the process. It's the same way each and every time. You can either do it through your orders page, request a return there, or you can just email us, tell us the order number, what item you like to return, and we'll send you the instructions.
And will that shipping label be an InnoSearch shipping label, or will it be, say, a retailer specific shipping label? Where does the return actually go to?
It will go directly to the retailer, not to us.
Yeah.
We don't have a warehouse or anything, right? We're just that. Yeah.
That's what I thought. Yeah. One of the things I'm interested in is the takeout option. Obviously, we were talking last time we were on, I think, about how quickly you get things like shipping information for an order from say an Amazon, and you said kind of, the user gets it when you get it. Obviously, takeaway or takeout tends to be somewhat more time sensitive than something you might order through traditional retail. Is there any significant delay in ordering takeout via InnoSearch through Grubhub, or is it as quick pretty much as ordering through Grubhub?
Yeah, it's pretty much just quick. We have automated way to route the order to them pretty much immediately. I've ordered food personally from our own service, and yeah, I mean it comes as if we're gonna order from the actual app myself. So it's pretty seamless. I mean, give it a try. Let us know. Obviously, sometimes there can be standard delays, but that is nothing to do with us. Sometimes the delivery guy just can't find your door because you're living in an apartment or something, right? But that's
Sure.
just
Yeah.
how it would be.
Yeah.
If you order from them. But
Yeah.
So
yeah,
as far
more or
as
less works pretty fast.
So
Sorry,
as
go
far as
ahead.
the updates, like the actual your order's been picked up, it's on the way. Are these notifications that come from the app, or does it just send it to your phone number? Like I think Grubhub normally actually sends you both an app notification and the phone number. But do you know how you receive those updates? The status?
It would be it'd be through your phone number.
All right, so you just get an SMS message letting you know what's going on. Okay.
And just like you have with retail, do you have a standard way to report an issue with an order? Something got forgotten, someone swiped your fries, that sort of thing.
Ed, are you afraid of your fries being swiped?
Happens all the time here. I don't know if it's in the US.
I complain about my DoorDash order more than I
Yeah.
it happens all the time. They forget to put.
Yeah.
Of course, this isn't the delivery person's problem. It's the restaurant. But a lot of times they just forget to put something in there, and you're like, I paid money for this. Like,
where's the ketchup, right?
and our takeout apps in the UK anyway, you process the problem through the app quite a lot of the time. So if there's a fault with the delivery rather than picking up directly from the restaurant, they see you have to raise it with them to get the money back rather than the restaurant. So I just wondered whether InnoSearch, like it does with retail, has a way to do that on takeout, or whether it kind of works differently.
Yeah, the way we do it now is again just through the support email. So you would communicate whatever issue you have, and then we would route it to them.
Oh no! So you guys get emails like, "My food was cold. I ordered extra crispy and not original."
Well, surprisingly, a lot of people don't complain that much. I would say maybe only 5-10%. Yeah, most people. I mean,
That's
it works well, and they're pretty happy most of the time. Obviously, you'll get somebody that's just really challenging and a pain, but
yeah,
you can get that anywhere. But
exactly.
I'm sorry about that. I rang you to apologize, didn't I? So I think we've sorted that.
Patrick, tell me something. So, for example, someone complains. So, John orders or Ed orders, and the ketchup is not there, for example, and he has paid for an extra ketchup or whatever the case may be. If they email you, for example, does it automatically get sent to the restaurant, or do you actually have to respond to it and talk to the restaurant on behalf of John or Ed? How does that work? Because I'm thinking of different time zones, for example. Good thing you're on the Pacific time zone. But let's say if you were on Eastern time zone and I've ordered food at like 11 p.m. my time here in the Pacific Northwest, and let's say you are on the East Coast, you're sound asleep. How would this one work?
Oh, our team is 24/7. We have people working graveyard.
Good.
Yeah.
Good. That makes sense.
Our team never sleeps.
I'm kind of wondering, how do you manage that?
Yeah, and I think it's just a transaction with Grubhub. I think. Correct me if I'm wrong. Like they're not going to actually contact each and every restaurant. I think Grubhub just has a way built into their own system that when somebody says I didn't get my fries, then they refund you $2 or whatever, and then they decide whether or not they're going to take it up with the restaurant later.
Yeah, exactly. I think there's a process within Grubhub to resolve whatever complaints. But again, the complaints are pretty rare. I mean, obviously you get some problem cases here and there, but it's pretty, yeah, we actually don't get too many of those, maybe like 5-10% of the time. I mean, if it was huge, like 50 or 60%, that would be terrible. Just a lot of work on our side, but it's, yeah, not too bad, luckily.
And the sorts of stuff, it's the quantity issues, not the quality issues, isn't it? Like quality, you leave a review. Quantity of the things you raise, aren't they? You know, it's the wrong thing, it's the small thing, it's the not there thing. Those are the ones that need to get resolved through this sort of mechanism, aren't they?
Yep.
Well, Patrick, sounds like things are moving apace. We'll all, as will listeners, I'm sure, send you views on the app, and yeah, keep on keeping on innovating, I think.
Yeah, absolutely. And really appreciate everybody getting together and giving us the opportunity to share. I mean, we really appreciate everybody at the Blind Android Users Group. All your feedback definitely we will take that into account and hopefully deliver something that everybody loves. And at the end of the day, you know, we want to build a more independent web, right? We want to make it so that everything is accessible, equal access for all. So thank you again for the opportunity to share with your community.
Thank you so much,
Thank you.
Patrick. And you know what? I'm going to push this through again next year in January when we have our open listener session and developer session. We want you guys to come and interact with our listeners. That's something we're looking forward to. Sorry, I couldn't get hold of you this last time, and it's probably my fault because I totally forgot about that. But definitely, I'll be sending that invitation for January of next year for you to come and party with our listeners.
Oh yeah, we'd love to. Yeah, you know where to find me. You know my email, and so yeah, absolutely. We're excited to be there.
Patrick, thank you.
All right, thanks everybody. Have a wonderful day.
Thank you
too.
so much.
All right, catch you later now.